What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome back to another video here on Pig City Hockey. This is going to be recap reactions for game number 43 out of 82 for the Winnipeg Jets 2021-2022 season, where they win against the Minnesota Wild in their first game back since the All-Star break by a score of 3-0. In which was a pretty damn perfect game. And I can't believe I just said that, because if you had asked me a week ago if we were going to play a perfect game and shut out the Minnesota Wild after a week off from hockey, I would have said, you're smoking. What are you smoking? And give it to me because I'd like some. I did not expect this win. I did not expect this performance, especially with the fact that Pierre-Luc Dubois, Neil Pionk, and Poganski all went out with COVID. Poganski is, whatever. Christian Reichel and Poganski are basically the same player, so I liked Reichel's game today. But PLD and Pionk being out, I thought was a huge loss to this team, especially Pierre-Luc Dubois with the way Mark Scheifele's been playing. And I didn't have a lot of hope for this game. And the Jets come out in the first minute of this game. The tempo is set high, lots of fights, high energy, and the Jets were flying tonight. If you didn't watch this game, I actually can't believe I'm saying this, but you missed out for once, because the Jets played a fantastic game today. And let's break it down, because you start out this first period, and it's just a really good start. You get a shit power play to start this game from the standpoint that the Jets didn't do anything with it, and it wasn't a good power play. But immediately after that, you have a big brawl at center ice, almost like a line brawl. You got Jordan Greenway lining up with Brendan Dillon, and then you got Mark Foligno going in with Adam Lowry. Really good fighting action tonight, and we'll get into Mark Foligno, because Jesus Christ, how much cocaine were you on, Foligno? Because God, we'll get into those fights, but let's just say that that was not his only fight tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But you get a great start to go with that first period. Even though that power play wasn't good, the Jets are skating very well. The defense is really entwined and working well tonight. Jonathan Kovacevic had his best game in the NHL so far. I really liked his game tonight. Nate Schmidt and Brendan Dillon were both great tonight as well, and I was really happy with the way the defense performed today. Like I said, after a week off from hockey, with everything that's been going on with Jets hockey this whole season, for them to come into this game, short their best players, potentially in Pionk and in PLD, to play this well, it was great. And I was very worried tonight that Mark Scheifele would be a ghost. He has been for a long time. You guys know this if you've been watching the Jets. And I thought with Pierre-Luc Dubois being out, he needs to step up. If Mark Scheifele doesn't step up in this game, it's just, he's just walking further and further down that path to being traded, because everyone in the city is getting fed up with him. And even though I didn't like Mark Scheifele's game, personally tonight, at times, I still thought there were a lot of holes in some of these elements that have been plaguing him for the last 2 years. He played much improved tonight, which is something that he desperately needed to do. He obviously scored that first power play goal in that first period from Kyle Connor and Blake Wheeler. Really good goal there. I liked that goal, even though it was kind of a lucky bounce, it felt like when you watched the replay. But nonetheless, it was a good goal. The Jets get the lead, and Scheifele played good today. Blake Wheeler and Scheifele, they weren't fantastic. They weren't the stars of tonight, but they were good, because there were, in my opinion, no real stars tonight. What the Jets did today, which they haven't been able to do in a long time, is play as a cohesive team and play a full 60 minutes of hockey. Can you believe I just said that, Jets fans? You're not dreaming. The Jets played a full 60 for once. A really damn good full 60. The first period was great. You had Connor Hellebuck, which was playing fantastic. He made some great saves within that first 10 minutes of that first period, and he looked really, really good. And then you jump into the second period, and I'm like, okay, what are we going to get? Are we going to get the normal Jets where they play a good 20 and fall off for the last 40 minutes of the game? Or are we going to see some consistency? And like I just said, we got some damn consistency tonight, and it was wonderful to watch, because the second period was basically the exact same stuff you had in the first period. Nothing changed tonight. Nothing. There was no drop in play. There was no rise in play. It was a constant, steady stream of perfectly played hockey against a tough opponent in the Minnesota Wild. And I'm not going to take away credit from the Wild tonight, because they pressed hard. The Wild played a good game as well, but what the Jets did finally, which they haven't been able to do, is counter a good team and actually use their system, use what they do in practice, use the playbook, and use it against their enemy, and finally actually take advantage of it. Let's not forget that this is a Minnesota Wild team where in their last game they played, beat us 7-1. 7-1, ladies and gentlemen. Not a good game. I bet you remember it. I personally don't, because I boxed that the way hell down, deep down in my thoughts, so I'll never have to think about it again. But thank God that I get to bring it up in good context, because we actually played the Wild today in a really good game. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't have a lot of criticism. I don't have a lot of anything really specifically positive for this one. It was just a great game. This was fun to watch. High energy, high tempo, lots of speed, good zone entries, good defensive plays, good defensive positioning, good puck movement through the neutral zone, not to mention the fact that you had guys stepping up that needed to step up. Everything about this game, if you're a Jets fan, is a win. Minus even, like everything. Everything. Not even to mention the fact that the bottom six today was awesome. I don't think Poganski is a bad player, but Christian Reichel, please take his spot and don't give it up. Like, I don't maybe necessarily agree with him maybe being on that third line, but Reichel tonight and Svechnikov jumping back in, they looked great tonight. Really, really good, and it's something the Jets desperately needed. The bottom six has been so stale for so long. Even Jansen Harkins at times was able to generate the play and not have everything die on his stick that we've seen happen over the last, I would say, 3-4 weeks with his play. Everything about tonight went perfectly, in my opinion. And I can't believe I'm saying that. It's a little shocking to say that. Do I think they're going to keep this up? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the big question. This was a great start to the second half of the season after the All-Star break, but their Jets have a lot of questions still. Going into the trade deadline, standings, winning streaks, everything else coming up. The Jets have a tough schedule ahead of them. They play a back-to-back on Friday against Dallas and Saturday in a matinee against the St. Louis. No, excuse me, it's not a matinee. Zach would kill me if he heard that it was a matinee. It is not a matinee. It is not. But they still play back-to-back games against two Central Division rivals. That is tough. You won this game in a shutout. You did not give any points in overtime to that team. That is important. You need to go into these next two games against Central Division rivals, and you need to win. If the Jets can put together a 3-game win streak against some of the better teams in the Central Division, that's 6 points potentially if they don't go to any overtimes for those teams not getting any points. 6 points is huge for us right now. Now, we need a lot more than that to climb really back into this race, but beating those teams ahead of us in the Central, even though they're, it's not as close as we would like, that is what is going to be crucial. So yeah, I'm happy with this game. I'm ecstatic with it. It was so much fun to watch hockey again and not be disappointed with your outcome, especially based off the last few games that we've seen. This game was everything the Jets needed to do to get back on the right track. Now, it is a long road ahead and a lot of what-if scenarios going forward. Do I think they can do it? I'm not sold yet. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic, but I'm not sold. And I still think this team is going to be sellers, and I still think this team misses the playoffs. They might make it closer than we thought, but I just don't see a world where this Jets team with this many flaws can put it together. Now, maybe I'm being too pessimistic, but you know what? After the season that we've had so far, can you blame me? I think the Jets, after this game, they're on the right track, right? This is a really good positive to take away. But don't forget about how good of a positive game it was against St. Louis about, a week and a half ago when Eric Comrie's best performance of his career. And we go and leg that horrible egg the next game. The Jets need to be consistent. They were consistent tonight and played a full 60. They got to carry that over and play a tough game against Dallas, not burn themselves out, though, to the point where they get blown out in St. Louis. You need to get points in both these upcoming games. I know I said that you don't want them to go to overtime to get those to allow Dallas and them to get points, but at this point in the season, you need to get as many points as you can, and the Jets need to win these games. Without a question, they need to win these games. So yeah, it's great to come into a game tonight at home with fans allowed back in the arena. That's great. I'm glad Manitoba changed those rules. It's Vancouver. It's been 50% capacity for a while, and a lot of other places in Canada has been as well. So it was great to see the fans back in attendance, especially because those 258 fans they had before the All-Star break, it just looked pathetic. It looked like it was just media spaced out. It just didn't look good. I'm happy with how everything went tonight. I'm happy with the performances. And before we end this video, I just want to touch upon the Mark Foligno-Adam Lowry incident that happened in that third period. The fight itself was great to watch, but like I said, Mark Foligno, how much cocaine did you do tonight? Mark Foligno should have been ejected from that play after the fact, because when he went down to the ice with Adam Lowry, the refs could not break them up, and he kneed Adam Lowry to the head defenseless when he was defenseless when the refs were trying to break it up. There's no place for that. This isn't the UFC. You're not trying to put a guy in a hold or use your skate blade. What's next? Use your skate blade as a serrated blade? Is that what they're going to start doing now? Like Mark Foligno, you got to take a chill pill, man. Put the cocaine back in the cabinet. You don't need it for every hockey game. But yeah, I just got to say that I think he should be suspended 2 games for that, or at least 1 game. I think that is suspension worthy, and I think that's very dangerous. They already don't want fighting in hockey, and they do a lot to discipline players that instigate and whatever. I don't think a play like that needs to be in hockey, especially when fighting's already aging out as it is. That's not a good look for the NHL, especially with the fact that anything bad can happen when you got literally razor blades on your feet and you're kneeing people and they're already on the ice defenseless. So I don't think that was a very clean and good thing that happened, and I just wanted to put that out there so I didn't forget, even though it's at the end of this video. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this game. Let me know your favorite play, your favorite moment. Let me know what you thought of Kyle Connor at the All-Star break. He looked fun. I usually don't really care about the All-Star break, but nonetheless, it's great to see him get his first nomination and have a fun time there, and he actually looked pretty good too. I love seeing Kyle Connor get some recognition on the league-wide stance of things. So yeah, really happy for him. Congratulations. And congratulations to the Jets, because You actually played a full 60 minutes of hockey. Congratulations, you're an NHL team again, at least for one game. Let me know your thoughts as always down in the comment section below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, check out all the other affiliated links. Follow the Prairie Puck Podcast on Spotify or whatever other platform you use for listening to your podcasts. It's a great way to start your mornings if you want to listen to a bunch of Jets fans rant about hockey and sports. So with all that being said, peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go! Have a great rest of your night, and bye-bye.